Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Chicago Bears. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking for Shepard deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
Gain of 11 on the play.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They get this out left, and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Lining up for the point after.
That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with the touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Now this one is running back out of the backfield.
Herbert's pass.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Foster. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of
a really nice gain of 25 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Fighting him off. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bears nothing.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. They'll look to throw again. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
At their own 5-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They go with Chubb on second down. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he finds his target. It's Crowder. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Good for a Chicago.
First target, first catch, and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Michael O.J. Mudia. And he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good, and it's now 21-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. To return it, Darius Phillips. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with, a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Joe Walker on the tackle.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And that one off the mark. A little late with the throw.
Incomplete.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll look to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Andy Isabella, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Rams 28, Bears nothing. Dan Bailey.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, Phillips. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Herbert on first down now. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Chidobe Awuzie on the tackle.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll try the draw now with Chubb, and he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll try the air now with Herbert, eluding the pressure right. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts,
11 yards.
as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert operating from the red zone. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Incomplete.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And the 13-year man puts it through. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A.
Touchdown.
Robert Foster. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams just continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Dan Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Now Chubb. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
On the ground, it's Chubb. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Jadeveon.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
And 12.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Julian Love. And he'll bring this this one back to the 29.
Intercepted.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 8 yards out. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Rams 42, Bears 3. Dan Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick, and he will score. Touchdown, L.A.
Dan Bailey lining up for the point after.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
Number 24.
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch.
Complete.
All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Out of the gun, Herbert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They run. Chubb. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch the run. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
Go Bears! 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Check, 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 check.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. That's complete right around the 8. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Herbert, he may try and run for this. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Nick Chubb, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears claw one back.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You just tried to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York? There he goes, left side. Touchdown, L.A.
Los Angeles.
A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Kick is good.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will extend this big lead.
Bears 10. Dan Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
The ball carrier.
The Bears on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Herbert. And now here is another interception. Julian Love picks it. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, but it'll be 2nd down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
The screen pass here to Cohen, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Dan Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, Phillips. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Check, 59, 59. Cut.
To throw again. Herbert. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards.
And goal to go.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll run with Chubb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Check Mike.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on second and goal.
You don't want none.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Here we go, team.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 5. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So now after the face mask penalty, here's first and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
Brings up third and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
Mike is 59.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they had it stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and goal.
Here's Herbert down on second down. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself. You still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts.